Friday, December 5th. It's so cold. We had to bring in Payton Domschke in for Karen Rogers along with Matt Pellman.
You got to move fast out there this morning. It doesn't feel great.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. I'm going to try to thaw you out this morning. It's going to take some effort. And you know what? When we take a look at satellite and radar, we actually have this southern slider moving through the mid-Atlantic. It is producing some snow flurries in parts of the region. Not for us necessarily just yet. I was just checking some airport reports, and you have to make it all the way down to Baltimore for that light snowfall to make it all the way to the surface. So a closer look at Storm Tracker 6. A lot of this not making it to the surface from Dover to Millville all the way down to southern Cape May County. We'll continue to keep an eye on this, but in the meantime, the cold is for everyone this morning. It's 26 for Philadelphia, 29 in Cape May, 22 degrees in Lancaster, and a big old whopping 0 up into the Poconos. When it comes time for the rest of today, we'll watch that flurry chance, especially south and east of the city, but it's cloudy, it's cold, high temperatures at or below freezing today with lots of cloud cover above. Now, it's not as cold for the weekend plans, but there is another Arctic blast in our future. It arrives on Monday, lasts really through Tuesday, and we do have flurry opportunities in that extended stretch. We'll go through it all coming up in that exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast, Matt.
I don't think
beautiful. Let's check in with meteorologist Payton Domschke now. It's cold, Payton.
It is cold, and it feels really like the holiday season. We've got 9 days until Hanukkah, I should say, formally begins here. The winter solstice just 16 days away, and that countdown to Christmas is now at 20 days. So get yourself all bundled up today because it's the coldest air since last winter around here. In fact, you have to go all the way back to early March to see a morning that's been this cold. We are dry up and along I-95 into the Lehigh Valley and really most of the area. Baltimore not too long ago was just reporting light snowfall making it to the surface. We're going to watch this southern feature try to brush by areas south and east of Philadelphia. Does it give you a go at a quick coating this morning? We have to watch how it's interacting with dry air. 26 degrees presently for Philly. It's 21 in Allentown, 0 up in the Poconos, 28 on the boards. It's 29 in Dover, Delaware. So everyone across the area is sub-freezing, and we really stay that way all the way through midday for Philadelphia. Now, winds will be light, so our wind chill values, while they exist, they're not as harsh as they could be. Lots of clouds today accounting for that flurry opportunity, especially to the south and east, but we are still well below average, Matt. I'll have a look at the exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Payton. We're Domschke for the AccuWeather forecast.
You've never been, Aliana?
I haven't.
It is my favorite place to be.
But not as an adult.
Oh, I will take you there. I will go 1,000,002 times. It is a true gem, not to play off their actual theme this year. The forecast, maybe not the gem that you expected. As we go through today, we will experience the coldest temperatures since last winter. In fact, this morning, we haven't actually had recordings this similar until you go all the way back to early March. Highs today will be at or below freezing area-wide, and wind chill values, they'll be stuck in the upper 20s. We'll have light winds to contend with, so it won't be as harsh, but still needing all of those layers. And we will be watching a flurry chance, especially to the south and east of the city here, all thanks to this southern slider, this area of low pressure drifting through the mid-Atlantic. Richmond, Virginia is in the thick of it right now. They've been reporting snowfall for the past several hours. Washington, D.C. and Baltimore just over the past hour or so, maybe a few moments of light snow making it to the ground. This is fighting much drier air off to the north and east as we had that Arctic front come through yesterday. So with a closer view at Storm Tracker 6, everyone this morning is sub-freezing. It's 29 in Cape May, 26 for Philadelphia, 0 in the Poconos. But the issue with what you're seeing on Storm Tracker 6 south of Wilmington, Delaware, is a lot of this is not making it to the ground. So if you see a flurry, at least right now, consider yourself lucky. But I do want to say, take Future Tracker for kind of a grain of salt this morning as that runs in to dew points in the single digits. A lot of this is not going to come into fruition. I think if we do see a moment of light snow, the best opportunity here is around 9-10 o'clock in the morning. Again, mainly south and east of Philadelphia, where you could pick up a quick coating, especially on elevated surfaces. But still by about midday, most of that system is offshore. But it is picking up on the idea of maybe a spotty sprinkle or two by 5, 6 o'clock this evening. So again, the call from AccuWeather today at the freezing mark. It will be colder off to the north and west. Upper 20s, Lancaster, Coatesville, Lansdale, Allentown, 38 at the Atlantic City Airport, and 40 degrees in Wildwood. That's why you go from that flurry chance back to a sprinkle chance as we go deeper into the day. And your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day, it's not as cold for the weekend, but still unseasonably cold for this time of the year in the low 40s. And then we've got another shot of Arctic air that moves in here on Monday. High temperatures just above freezing. The skies will be bright, but then we cloud things up with another chance at flurries Tuesday evening. That could give way to then just a plain old rain shower by the middle of the week. There's a lot to follow here, Matt. I'll have another update coming up in the next half hour.
Can we just be above average?
How cold it is with Peyton in for Karen and Matt.
And you've been talking about how the dry air is really playing a role in what's happening this morning. I can feel it on my hands.
The chapstick, the lotion, you're probably reaching for it and will be for some time, Matt. The dry air is eating away at some of our snow chances, especially south and east early this morning with this moisture that's riding through the mid-Atlantic. So we're keeping an eye on this southern slider. It's going to be in and out of here in a hurry. But with Storm Tracker 6, it looks like there's a whole lot more happening than there actually is. I've been checking reports. Baltimore recently just seeing some light snowfall on the ground, but the radar has looked like it has for hours now. So from southern New Jersey, even our Sky 6 camera in Margate, I've seen a few flurries flying, but that's reserved for those south and east of Philadelphia. What everyone gets this morning is that bitter chill out there. It's only 26 for the city. That's nearly 5 to 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. You jump into the Poconos, it's a whopping 0. It's 29 in Cape May. And for the rest of today for Philadelphia, maybe we squeeze in a few flurries around 8 o'clock this morning. But it's cold, it's cloudy. We've got light wind, so that high of 32 degrees, Matt, well, it's only going to feel like the upper 20s. So at least it's not harsh when it comes to our wind chill values, but we've got much colder days ahead. We'll chat about that coming up.
And at least the traffic's not harsh. I think because most people want to stay home. They don't want to be out and about.
Like Blue Mountain up in the Poconos opening up. It's that time of year, Payton Domschke.
It's that time of the year for me to relearn how to ski. That's what I'm thinking about. And you know what? While they're blowing snow up there, they'll be able to do so for much of the extended forecast. We actually have fresh powder down through the mid-Atlantic. Roanoke to Richmond, Virginia right now. Washington, D.C. and Baltimore just getting a light coating going. But we're watching that trying to brush those south and east of Philadelphia this morning. It's going to be few and far between initially. We are fighting such dry air. And I think a zone that could experience a little extra sunshine early today is up through the Lehigh Valley before those clouds take over. It's really cloudy and cold for the I-95 corridor with high temperatures at freezing. And I think there's only one spot that gets above freezing, and that would be our shore communities. This morning you're below it, and that's why we'll see that chance for a passing flake or two. But then through the afternoon, you rise above freezing, and you could actually see a sprinkle or two. So 32 for Philadelphia today. It's not as cold come tomorrow, 42 degrees. And if I had my pick of the weekend, it will be tomorrow, all because we will break out for moments of sunshine. It's not going to be too much. It'll be reserved to about the midday hours. And then by Sunday, lots of clouds again. That's all ahead of our next blast of really cold air. I'll have the latest on those actual temperatures coming up in that exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Matt, Aliana.
Out of Payton Domschke in for the AccuWeather forecast.
And you know, if folks are headed to a Longwood Christmas, whether it's tonight or this weekend, you'll want all the layers, even out the door early this morning. But the next big thing we're tracking is the fact that the weekend, while still below average, it's not going to be nearly as cold as what we'll experience this afternoon. So let's give you a preview, because you got to plan and prep for what you got on Saturday and Sunday. 'Tis the holiday season. Perhaps you have a holiday party to attend tomorrow night. We're at 42 degrees through the afternoon. An early sprinkle is possible, but we actually squeeze in some sunshine for your Saturday. The first weekend of December doesn't look all sunshine and rainbows here, though, because we've got more clouds on the way for your Sunday plans. 42 degrees is still 6 degrees below average, but today even colder. And this is one of our views, Sky 6 taking you down to the shore. This is Margate specifically. This is one of the views I've actually seen a few passing flurries. Air temperatures sub-freezing for our shore communities. The ocean temperature, that continues to drop with every Arctic blast that comes through. It's only sitting in the middle 40s right now. It's 26 degrees for Philadelphia. It's 21 in Allentown, 0 out the door in the Poconos, 22 in Lancaster. And we do have a itty-bitty breeze, so there is a little bit of a wind chill, but it's not as harsh. And generally speaking, it's going to stay that way all day long. With satellite and radar, there's moisture moving through the mid-Atlantic. In fact, it's giving Roanoke, Richmond, out to Washington, D.C. a taste of their first snow of the season. My old stomping grounds of Norfolk, Virginia. They're right on the fringe. That coastal plain is only flipping over to plain old rain there. And for here, close to home, we're going to be watching the concept of a few flurries trying to fly, especially south and east of Philadelphia, from Middletown to Millville, all the way out to the Ocean City boards. The possibility is there, but a lot of this not reaching the ground, all due to the fact that we have such dry air in place. So if you see something, you can always find us on social. Let us know what you're seeing in your own neck of the woods. By 9 o'clock, a few flurries. I think this is the best go at a quick coating for those through southern New Jersey and Delaware. Then it's out of here. And in fact, we actually warm things up for our shore communities. We're closer to 40, so maybe even a few sprinkles by 5, 6 o'clock this evening. It's the coldest for the city today since last winter, 32 degrees, upper 20s off to the north and west in the Lehigh Valley, and the upper 30s for those down the shore. In your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day, remember we're back into the low 40s this weekend. More clouds on Sunday than Saturday. Another Arctic front comes through, ushering in much colder conditions to start early next week. 34 on Monday, 35 on Tuesday, and 45 degrees, a tropical paradise. By the time we get to Wednesday, it is the warmest of the entire week.
Turning off the heat on that day.
I know, right?
Wow.
Flip-flops, shorts, the
Love
whole
it.
shebang.
Palm trees. I think the whole crowd doesn't want to be out this morning. It's
No.
not too busy so far as we check out the Schuylkill Expressway. Even on the Schuylkill, we're doing fine.